What's poppin' guys, it's Shockwave bringing you another deck profile, and this time it's going to be based on the infamous Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I got tons of more Vanguard deck profiles on the way, and also note that this deck revolves around binding your opponent's rear guards and using that to your advantage. Alright guys, let's imagine it. You have your boss of the deck, 4 Dragonic Kaiser Vermillions. Once per turn, counterblast 2, and this unit gets plus 5k and 1 critical until the end of turn. If there are 2 or more rear guards in your opponent's front row, instead of 1 critical when this unit would attack, it battles all of the units in your opponent's front row. 4 Dragonic Kaiser Vermillions. So you're going to run 3 of Dragonic Stinger Dragon. 1 place. Counterblast 1, choose a rear guard in your opponent's front row, bind it, and this unit gets plus 5k until the end of turn. 1 wrote upon, call this card the rear guard, and 1 of your Vanguards gets plus 10k until the end of turn. So 3 of Dragonic Stinger Dragons. And then this is from the Trial deck, Great Compulsion Dragon. At the beginning of your opponent's battle phase, this unit gets plus 3k until the end of turn for each open rear guard in your opponent's front row. If it is your turn, it can get 5k instead of 3k. So, really nice card. If you want to substitute for another Dragonic Stinger Dragon, you can. But yeah, I just keep one of him for tech purposes. But anyways, that's that. Moving on to the Grade 2s, you're going to run 4 Dragonic Death Sights, 1 placed, Soul Blast 2, choose a rear guard in your opponent's front row and bind it, and this unit gets plus 3k until the end of turn. During the battle, attack the Vanguard. If your opponent does not have a rear guard in the front row at the same column as this unit gets plus 5k, so 4 Dragonic Death Sights. Next, you're going to run 4 Thunderstorm Dragoon. Classic, during your turn, if your opponent's front row has 1 or less rear guards, this unit gets plus 5k. I run only 1 of Excess Street Dragon. And his abilities, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, and bind one of your opponent's rear guards, and this unit gets 10k until the end of turn. It's a really nice card. I prefer it. It's in the Trial deck, so it's a really nice card to play around with. Next, you're going to run 2 of Dusty Plasma Dragons. Once per turn, when your opponent's rear guard is bound during your turn, you may have 2 of your rear guards in the same column as this unit, gain 5k until the end of turn. So 2 of Dusty Plasma Dragons. The Grade 1s, you're going to have 4 of Dragon Dancer Vaginas. If there are 1 or less rear guards in your opponent's front row, put this unit into your soul, and 3 of your rear guards get plus 5k until the end of turn. So nice boost to all your rear guards. You're going to run 4 of Lizard Soldier Riki. When placed, Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets plus 3k until the end of turn. You may switch all your opponent's rear guards between the front and back rows. They all move simultaneously, and the center column does not move. So, yeah. 4 of Lizard Soldier Riki gives you a huge advantage in play. Next, you're going to run 4 of Scott Lag Lightning Speed Ramsey. Okay, at the end of the battle, it boosts your Vanguard if there are no rear guards in your opponent's front row. Counterblast 2 and put this unit into your soul and stand one of your rear guards. Again, giving off that formation. Run 2 of Rising Phoenix. Drop zone. When your opponent's rear guard is bound during your turn, you may call this card to rear guard. If you do, this unit gets plus 3k until the end of turn. Now, I did not feel like running Demolition Dragon, though people would say it's better, but in my opinion, having these paired just makes the flow of this deck smooth. So 2 of Rising Phoenix. Moving on to the triggers, you're going to run 4 of Vibrant Guard Bari, 4 draw triggers, and also your Perfect Guard. For your front triggers, you're going to run 4 of Dragon Dancer Katharinas. An additional front trigger you're going to run is Sapphire Kid Hayate, and I added 2 of the Malevolent Djinns. This deck would mostly revolve around the use of front triggers. And last but not least, you have your 4 heal triggers, which are Worm, Toxin, Eradicator, Soibo. Last but not least, you have your starter, which is Spark Kid Dragoon. And you can swap this for Electric Chase Kid if you so wish to, but either way the deck will progress. And before I forget, your 3 XLs. And that wraps it up for the deck. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw and want to see more, make sure to hit that like button and also post your suggestions down below. But anyways, have a good day, peace, and I'm out.
Can't hold on much longer.